Again, hello and a very, very warm welcome to my online fresh day tonight. I'm so happy you're here today. Thank you for taking this time for yourself. And just to start with, please keep your microphones muted during the fresh date. You can ask any questions at the end, either to the person who invited you here today or directly to me. So just before we begin, shortly why I'm doing this call, because I was invited to do a talk about longevity and in connection with Ringana in Austria. And I did a fresh date, an online fresh date now last week in German to the topic. And now we're doing one in English too, just so you have a little background why we're doing this. And yeah, so let me start by asking you something. When you think about your life in 10, 20, or even 30 years, what do you wish for? Just to get older or to live those years full of energy, clarity, and yeah, just joy. And if you could not only add years to your life, but also add life to those years, what would that mean to you? And that's exactly what today is all about, longevity. Not just living longer, but living better and adding quality to our years on this planet. And I want to show you today what we can do to stay vibrant and strong and how the Ringana Fresh products can naturally support you on that journey. And maybe you've already heard about Ringana. Maybe this is your first time getting in contact, getting in touch with Ringana. Either way, this session is completely non-binding, no obligation. So just lean back, enjoy the time, and let yourself be inspired. Today is all about you, your health, your longevity. And yeah, just listen for yourself. Does this resonate with me? And when we get into it now, get comfortable, maybe grab yourself a drink, and yeah, let's begin. So, oh, longevity isn't just about getting older. It's about staying full of energy. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. We're okay. I think now we're right. So, longevity isn't about getting older. It's about staying full of energy, clarity, strength, purpose, and radiance for as long as possible. And that's exactly what science and nature together can offer us today. We live in a time where life expectancy is rising. We live longer than any generations before us, but so is our desire to fill these years with these extra years with meaning and vitality. Medicine may give us more years to live, but the real question is what quality will those years have? Or even what quality can we gift ourselves in those more years, in those longer years? Because at the same time, we face chronic stress, processed food, and environmental toxins. And we want more than just survival. We want this vitality, this resilience, and this lasting health. Because longevity is no longer a luxury. In our fast-paced, high-stress world, it's becoming a necessity. And it connects health, science, but also sustainability. And it's deeply linked to the choices we make today for our bodies, for our well-being, and our planet. And this is where Ringana comes in, an Austrian pioneer since its founding in 1996 and has followed really a unique path, creating fresh, vegan, sustainable products with no compromises on quality or effectiveness, and the products that truly support our health and longevity and just set new standards. So who is Ringana? Ringana is a family-owned company based in Styria, Austria, that has been combining traditional plant knowledge with cutting-edge science and research. So it's 100% vegan, it's cruelty-free, it's produced according to a zero-waste philosophy, free from any artificial preservatives, nanoparticle-free, microplastic-free, free from any synthetic additives or anything that we can think of. And their unique selling point is that Ringana builds a bridge between nature and science, offering fresh cosmetics and supplements that are sustainable, highly effective, and scientifically advanced and the newest standard. And the philosophy is simple, you might think, but at the same time, it's truly revolutionary. And Ringana is still a unicorn, not just back in 1996 when they were founded, but still today. So, the freshness. Fresh. What does it mean? No compromises on quality, no nonsense, just nature and science. That's the foundation of every single product. That's also why Ringana products have an expiration date. So that's the proof of their absolute freshness. Also, artificial preservatives are questionable and add nothing to the product's effect. Instead, Ringana relies on highly concentrated antioxidant-rich plant actives. Excellent. The goal is to be the best in effectiveness, freshness, innovation, impact, ethics, and so much more. And that means holding the highest standards for the products themselves, as well as for how people and the planet are treated in the process. Trend setting. For Ringana, standing still means falling behind and staying still. But today our focus, and Ringana is always one step ahead in health, sustainability, and also modern work culture, you can say. But today our focus is really about the products and yeah, so what do we really need to live a long, healthy, and fit life? First of all, a healthy gut. You might have heard about this, but the gut is often called our second brain, and for a good reason. Countless studies link gut health to immunity, mood, energy levels, and even chronic diseases. When our gut microbiome is in balance, the entire body can thrive. But when we talk about longevity, many people think first of skin, heart, or cells, but our brain eats too. What we consume daily directly affects how we think, feel, and remember. New research shows that diets high in saturated fats and refined sugars, the hallmarks of the Western diet, can impair memory and learning by promoting chronic inflammation and disturbing this gut microbiome. Inflammation, for example, is caused by belly fat and can interfere with brain signaling and reduce our cognitive flexibility. So the gut and the brain are in constant communication. And for example, fermented foods, balanced nutrition, bitter compounds in our nutrition, and fiber, like for example, like yogurt, sauerkraut, and kimchi, support this ecosystem, while highly processed, low fiber foods and diets do the opposite. Regular movement is also one of the strongest anti-aging tools. And we all know that, we should all stay fit and be active. But even daily walks are essential. Neuroscience clearly shows that daily walks are a must for our brain health. Regular walking strengthens the connection between brain regions important for emotional processing, problem solving, and even memory. The synchrony between brain networks is associated with a lower risk of Alzheimer's disease, for example. So you might ask yourself, how long should we walk? And one recent study even found that just 30 minutes of moderate walking per day is enough to positively change the brain structure. But we also need protein because it's the foundation of our inner organism, not only for our muscles and our muscle structure in the body. It's also essential for skin, enzymes, and even hormones. But here's the challenge. From around age of 30 to 35, our natural protein synthesis and muscle mass gradually decline. But we also need quality sleep. Quality sleep and regeneration is crucial for cell repair, hormonal balance, memory, and the correction of DNA damage. Without enough restorative sleep, many of the body's repair processes slow down. And we all know that we shouldn't have as much stress as we're having, but it's just how our world and our Western world currently work. So chronic stress really leads to inflammation and accelerates aging. So mindfulness, meditation, rest, joy, and a sense of purpose all play a key role in staying healthy, staying fit, and staying fit in a high age. Studies show that people with higher life satisfaction and strong social support tend to live longer and healthier lives. But also vitamins and omega fatty acids are powerful allies for a healthy heart, a sharp mind, and lower inflammation. Again, they're literally the fuel for long-term vitality. We also need cellular renewal and an inner detox system. Our cells constantly produce waste. If we don't support the natural process of autophagy, the body's internal recycling system, we age faster inside and out. And it's not only about the gut microbiome, as I mentioned before, we also have a skin microbiome as unique as a fingerprint. And that is our natural shield against external stressors. And keeping it balanced is one of the most underrated keys to health and longevity. So this is for the women. Why does the female cycle matter for health? As long as women menstruate, the body produces estrogen, a hormone that has many protective functions. It strengthens the heart, the blood vessels, supports bones, maintains skin elasticity, and so on and so on. It also plays a role in stabilizing our mood and supporting our mental performance. And after menopause, estrogen levels drop significantly, increasing the risk of osteoporosis, cardiovascular diseases, and skin aging. That's why a regular cycle is considered a really strong indicator for balance and vitality in the entire body. So, we also need social relationships and a community. So strong social networks, close friendships, a sense of belonging and purpose in life are key longevity factors. Loneliness and isolation, on the other hand, are significant risk factors for premature aging and diseases. Last but not least, we need a clean environment. Freer environmental toxins such as pollutants, air contamination, or microplastics, clean food and water, and reduced exposure to chemicals all relieve the body. And just a few examples. How these external stressors can strongly affect our cells and accelerate aging processes. For example, a 20-year study found that women who regularly cleaned their home lost lung function equivalent to smoking 20 cigarettes a day for 20 years. Women are still the main caretakers. So we do the main work at home, if it's children, if it's cleaning the house, all of these things. And spray cleaners were the biggest offender. Just using them once a week caused measurable lung damage. Why? Fine particles linger in the air for hours and reach deep into the lungs, where they do the most harm. Another study showed that air pollution from oil and gas is causing early deaths in America. So scientists have linked air pollution from oil and gas to more than 90,000 premature deaths each year in the United States. And it's not just adults who are impacted. 216,000 new cases of childhood asthma each year can also be attributed to air pollution from oil and gas. So, really important that our planet is also healthy, not only we. So bringing all these building blocks together, longevity rests, you can say, on three essential pillars. First, nutrition and supplements, keeping the cells young and resilient. Skin and body care, protecting and renewing the outer barrier. Last but not least, we call this a holistic well-being. So really connecting and aligning body, mind, and the planet. And Ringana, here you can see a quick overview of the Ringana products. So we have the supplements, the packs, caps, and drinks that are rich in antioxidants, micronutrients, and adaptogens that help counteract oxidative stress, support cellular health, and address individual needs in a targeted way. But we also have the fresh cosmetics with formulations that strengthen our skin barrier, support our skin microbiome, and prevent premature aging and enhance resilience with fresh, natural, active ingredients. So when we connect this to this holistic lifestyle and view, that overall views the products not as a quick fix or quick fixes, but as just daily companions for a healthier, more conscious way of living. And these products represent exactly this. So if longevity were a journey, these would be my travel companions. 21 billion new fans for my gut. That's what I call support. And that's exactly what Ringana Caps Biotic delivers: over 21 billion live study-tested microorganisms per daily dose that protect, strengthen, and nourish our gut microbiome. Why is this important? Because our gut is our second brain. But it's not only responsible for digestion, it is the body's largest immune organ, essential for nutrient absorption, closely connected to our hormonal system, and in direct communication with the brain through the gut-brain axis. And it's responsible for producing neurotransmitters like serotonin, of which over 90% is produced in our gut. So it literally, you can say, makes us happy. But when this system is out of balance due to stress, poor diet, lack of movement, medication, hormonal fluctuations, or environmental toxins, it doesn't just affect digestion. It often shows up in fatigue, skin problems, irritability, mood swings, cycle issues, frequent infections, poor concentration, but also sluggish digestion and bloating. So lots of things are impacted by our gut. So when the gut microbiome is in balance, the whole body is in balance. And a CAPS biotic combine selective probiotic strains and prebiotics and polyphenols, helping to restore harmony after stress, unhealthy eating, or antibiotic use. Or just if you want to support your gut, your second brain. So, neither fish nor meat, just 100% omega power. We all know how important omega-3 fatty acids are for our heart, our brain, even our eyes. But here's the challenge. Our body cannot produce them on its own. And in our modern diets, deficiency is common. So this is where the Ringana Beyond Omega comes in. And instead of fish oil, what you maybe know, it uses pure, sustainable microalgae oil, the original source of omega-3, because the fish also needs to eat algae to have omega-3. The fish itself does not produce omega-3. It also gets it through its food and diet. That means you get a high dose of DHR and EPR with top bioavailability without harming the animals or the oceans. The result? Support for our cardiovascular health, improved brain function, and reduced inflammation. All key factors for staying vibrant as we age. Ringana also does studies themselves, but also gets outsiders, let's say, to do studies for them, to study the products. And the results of the Beyond Omega speak for themselves. After just 20 days, the omega-3 index in the blood increased by an average of 44.6%. And after 90 days, by an impressive 63.5%. So, what makes this formula so special? It's not just omega-3, it's a complete longevity complex. So, as I mentioned, it's DHA and EPA support our normal heart function, brain performance, and vision. But also inside is ubiquinol, coenzyme Q10, provides cells with energy and protects them from oxidative stress. Also inside are carotenoids, so lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin. Those protect the eyes and act as powerful antioxidants. In short, what are antioxidants? They protect us from the so-called free radicals that are active pathogens that impact our aging, but also lead to mutations in our body and so on and so on. And those are just in our air, and that's just how our air atmosphere is built. So that's just our reality. But antioxidants protect us from those free radicals. Also inside is vitamin D3 that supports the immune system and muscle function, but also vitamin K2. This strengthens the bones. Vitamin E that protects cells from oxidative stress. So with Beyond Omega, you don't just get a supplement, you get a 360-degree daily support for your heart, brain, eyes, and overall vitality. And it's 100% plant-based, 100% science backed and based, and 100% fresh. Yeah. Age is just a number, and with spermidine, it takes on a whole new meaning. Our body is made up of billions of cells, but as we age, their renewal slows down. Old proteins and cellular waste start to accumulate in our body, and one of the key reasons why we age. So the solution lies in autophagy. This is our body's natural cellular recycling process. But this process becomes less efficient over time when we age. So it helps break down and reuse damaged components. And this is where Ringana caps spermidine come in. Spermidine is activates this autophagy, this natural process that we already have in our body, but it supports the body's natural cell cleansing and renewal. Also inside is PQQ. This promotes the formation of new mitochondria, the powerhouse of our cells. But also, fukudian from brown algae acts as an antioxidant and supports the immune system. Also, SOD neutralizes free radicals and protects cells from oxidative stress. So the result, more cellular energy, more renewal, more vitality. With capped spermidine, youthfulness is not just visible on the outside, it stays alive deep within our cells. Yeah, and when we talk about longevity, it's not only about what we do during the day, but also about how well we regenerate at night. During sleep, the body performs some of its most vital processes. For example, cell and tissue repair, removal of waste products from the brain, processing, consolidating, and storing information we absorb during the day, especially during the deep sleep and REM phases. Energy regulation, metabolism, insulin, and glucose levels are balanced, so helping prevent metabolic disorders. Also, stress hormones drop, allowing the body to relax and recover. Blood pressure, heart rate, and overall strain on the heart decreases, and our defense system becomes more resilient overnight. In short, healthy sleep is the foundation of healthy aging. But in our fast-paced world, that's often easier said than done. Winding down, relaxing, switching off, that's exactly where Ringana Easy comes in. So what's inside? A smart blend of plant-based ingredients, traditionally known for their calming and sleep-supporting properties. For example, the ashwagandha root helps the body cope with stress, but also sour cherry that provides natural melatonin to regulate the sleep-wake rhythm of our body, but also lemon balm and passion flower promote relaxation and restful sleep. And green oat reduces restlessness and supports deeper sleep phases. On top of that, it's really a fruity, berry-like cherry flavor that really turns your evening ritual into a little moment of pleasure, calm, and peace. And the best part, a study also showed that Ringana Easy had a predominantly positive effect on sleep quality. So, longevity also means having the courage to pause, allowing the body to fully regenerate overnight and creating small rituals like the easy drink that help you consciously unwind and recharge. But longevity isn't only about staying physically fit. It's also about staying mentally strong and emotionally balanced throughout life and throughout life challenges and ups and downs. Because what good are healthy cells if we constantly feel drained, stressed, or overwhelmed in everyday life? Of course, mental strength is also a combination of many factors, like adequate sleep, as I mentioned before, but also regular movement, good nutrition, and social connection and conscious rest. As you might see, everything is really kind of interconnected with each other. But we can also support our inner balance in a targeted way, and that's exactly what the Ringana caps moodoo do. They combine the power of carefully selected plant extracts with essential nutrients to promote emotional balance, inner calm, and stress resilience. So they are ideal for times of winter blues, PMS, nervous tensions, mental fatigue, burnout, or just regular stress and maybe fears of for the future. So here again is the ashwagandha inside because it really helps the body cope better with stress and is an absolute amazing plant when it comes to being happier and coping with stress. But also inside is the Parisian saffron extract. For that is for a sense of calm and inner peace. Orange peel extract supports a positive mood. The Schisandra berry is an adaptogen that enhances our inner strength and balance. Also inside is niacin and riboflavin. They contribute to a normal psychological function and help reduce tiredness, and so many other amazing plant ingredients. So each capsule is like a daily little helper, bringing calm, energy, and just mental stability so you can keep a clear mind even when life gets stormy. Yes, coming to the important question. Why do we have to menstruate? Why is menstruation important for our health? So when we talk about longevity, most people first think of nutrition, supplements, or skincare. But there's also a completely natural factor that supports women's health over many years, the menstrual cycle. As long as women menstruate, the body regularly produces estrogen, a hormone with multiple protective functions. I also mentioned this before, just shortly again. It strengthens the heart and blood vessels. It maintains bone density. It supports our skin elasticity and hydration and acts as an antioxidant. Estrogen also plays a vital role in the brain, and it supports its neuroplasticity, protects nerve cells, and contributes to emotional stability. Many women report feeling more energetic, clear-headed, and balanced during regular cycles. With menopause, estrogen levels drop significantly, increasing the risk of osteoporosis, cardiovascular diseases, and skin aging. Just for example, and if you have people that you know or have seen it before, just for an example, if women, for example, have to take out or decide to take out their reproductive organs early, they rapidly age, and it just takes a few days after this process. And that is because the hormonal balance is gone. So that is why it's really, really important to keep this hormonal balance. In scientific research, a regular menstrual cycle is seen as a marker of vitality and hormonal balance. So what does this mean for longevity? Studies show that a later menopause, meaning more years with a stable cycle, is linked to better overall health and in some cases even a longer lifespan. And don't be scared, it's not about menstruating forever, because who wants this? It's about preserving hormonal balance for as long as possible, because this balance is key to healthy aging. And here we have our CAPS femme, our little superheroes. They support women in every phase of life, from the fertile years through perimenopause to menopause, with a blend of natural plant extracts and micronutrients that promote hormonal balance, harmony, and ease these typical symptoms. And absolute superhero is the Shativari root. Traditionally known as a phytoestrogen, helps regulate the cycle and supports well-being during menopause. But also inside is the Daminia extract that gently supports the female hormonal system and enhances our mood and vitality. Also inside, iron plus vitamin C. They help prevent iron deficiency caused by heavy or irregular bleeding. So, using this as an example, Ringana products are never based on a single ingredient. Never is any product a mono preparation product. They're designed through smart combination of multiple active substances. Because while one ingredient can be powerful, the right synergy makes them truly unbeatable and also makes it that the product is immediately bioavailable for our body. Yes, so the CAPS fem are especially for women with irregular or weakening cycles, for example, during the perimenopause, but also women experiencing menopausal symptoms like hot flashes, sleep disturbances, or mood swings. But also for women with heavy periods, heavy pain, and fatigue due to low iron levels. So menstruation itself isn't the foundation of youth, but the hormonal balance that accompanies this is a key factor for healthy aging. And with CAPS fem, this balance can be naturally supported for more energy, stability, and well-being in every phase of life. So, you might have heard about collagen. Collagen is a trendy word right now. It's absolutely in trend right now. And collagen is the most abundant protein in our human body. You can think of it as the glue that holds everything together. It gives structure, strength, and elasticity to our skin, bones, joints, tendons, ligaments, and even blood vessels. Where does collagen normally come from? Traditionally, collagen supplements are made from animal sources, such as bovine hide, so cow, pig, or marine collagen, so fish skin and scales. Our body also produces collagen naturally, but this production steadily declines from our mid-20s onward, so pretty early. But also factors like stress, sugar, UV exposure, and smoking accelerates this breakdown even more. So why does this matter for longevity? The decline in collagen is one of the main drivers of visible aging and physical deterioration. Skin loses elasticity. This results in wrinkles and sagging. Joints and cartilage weaken, is reducing our mobility. Bones lose density, so higher risk of osteoporosis. You can say without enough collagen, things quite literally start to loosen. Skin sags, wrinkles form, and joints feel stiffer. So Ringana, as always, takes a plant-based approach. Instead of supplying the body with ready-made animal collagen, it provides nutrients and plant extracts that naturally stimulate the body's own collagen production. That means it's vegan, sustainable, and bioavailable. A natural yet powerful way to support firm skin, strong joints, overall vitality, and immense hair growth. So why choose a vegan collagen booster instead of animal collagen? First, most collagen supplements are derived from slaughterhouse byproducts, bones, hides, fish scales. Vegan boosters, on the other hand, avoid animal suffering, reduce environmental impact, and align perfectly with a sustainable longevity lifestyle. Collagen is also not directly absorbed. When we drink or eat animal collagen, our digestive system first breaks it down into amino acids and peptides. This means our body doesn't use fish collagen directly as collagen. It simply takes the building blocks and has to reassemble them on its own. And that process isn't guaranteed just by consuming collagen. So the question isn't animal or vegan, but rather does the body receive the right building blocks and signals to efficiently produce its own collagen? Hydrolyzed animal collagen can be absorbed, but it doesn't automatically trigger targeted collagen formation in our body. If it would be that simple, eating a few gummy bears would be enough to boost collagen. That would be pretty easy and pretty nice that we would just have to eat gummy bears to be literally beautiful. So vegan boosters go beyond just providing amino acids. They also supply necessary cofactors that are essential for collagen synthesis. Without these cofactors, collagen production slows down no matter how much animal collagen you take. So, and just as an example, here you go. At Ringana, ongoing in-house studies and collaborations with independent research institutes ensure that all formulas, all products meet the highest scientific standards. But the products are also tested fresh from development to guarantee reliable, validated, and up-to-date results, maintaining excellence from lab to product to us. And here you can just see a few examples of the first studies and results only after 12 days. They focus here on wrinkles and skin elasticity and hydration. But many customers of mine or friends of mine report improvements in skin hydration, reduction of cellulite and dry patches, and even stronger hair and stronger hair growth. And also funny example, my mom, I think she's been taking it now for 3 months, and even my siblings and I always ask her what she's doing with her hair because her hair literally looks different. And also, she had a white hair streak here in the front, and that is also gone now. Obviously, this is not a guarantee. This is not a fixed promise, but this is just an example how it impacted, for example, my mom. And yeah, it just tastes amazing and is just such a nice treat for yourself to literally drink your skincare. And yeah, last but not least, our skin is not just an outer shell. It's our largest organ and home to a fascinating ecosystem, the skin microbiome. Billions of microorganisms, as unique as a fingerprint, protect us from external influences, regulate inflammation, and support the skin barrier. But the natural shield is often damaged by conventional cleansing products. Typical shower gels or soaps or shampoos contain sulfates and harsh surfactants. They remove dirt, but also strip away the natural lipids that protect our skin barrier. Synthetic fragrances and preservatives, they disturb the microbiome balance and can cause irritation, dryness, or even itching. Microplastic and mineral oils, they coat the skin literally like a plastic film on our skin, on our body, interfering with our natural metabolism and burdening both body and environment. Why environment? For example, mineral oil is a byproduct of the petroleum industry. It's a leftover after producing diesel and gasoline and before asphalt. So I think you can follow me how this is this has a crazy negative impact on our water systems, on our environment, when mineral oil, a byproduct of the petroleum industry, gets into our waters, into our environment. So the result may feel clean, but it's often left with a dry, irritated, and more vulnerable skin to environmental stress. So the Ringana Wash Care takes a completely different approach. It uses mild, natural surfactants that cleans effectively without harming the microbiome, contains fresh, plant-based actives that hydrate and strengthen our skin barrier, and it's free from synthetic additives, microplastics, mineral oil, anything that is synthetic or chemical, keeping your microbiome balanced and the planet clean. Why is this important for longevity? A healthy microbiome acts like a natural bodyguard. It protects against pathogens, calms the skin, regulates our pH levels, and strengthens our resilience. When we weaken it with the wrong products, both our skin and body age faster. And with the Ringana Wash Care, we give our skin something back. Respect for its natural balance and the care it truly deserves. So, our fresh skin perfection. This is our truly newest innovation, and it's a beauty revolution in a bottle. Imagine if your skin could look fresher, more radiant, and smoother in just 30 minutes. And that's exactly what Ringana Fresh Skin Perfection does. And it's not just another cream, but the result of intensive research into how the skin ages, combined with the pure power of nature in one product. And you can think of it like an express treatment for your skin. So ideal for dryness or skin damage, fine lines and wrinkles, tiredness, puffiness or redness on your skin and face, or just generally a weakened skin barrier. And the innovation really lies in the ingredients. 7 caramines strengthen the skin barrier and promote our collagen and elastin production from the outside. Bakuchiol reduces wrinkles and dark spots. Phytoplankton lifts our eyelids and brightens dark circles and reduces puffiness. But also willow herb has a senolytic properties. It targets zombie cells. What are zombie cells? Zombie cells are our skin cells that have died and are of no use for us anymore, and supports also regeneration. So the result is instantly radiant skin, visible, smoother, and long-term healthier. A true milestone in healthy aging. So when we talk about longevity, it's not only about inner health. It's about how we feel and look in our skin. And with the fresh skin perfection, we get both. Instant beauty today and healthier skin for the future. And that is exactly the bridge. These products aren't just nice to have, they're science-backed tools that make longevity practical and accessible in everyday life. So longevity isn't only personal, it's truly planetary. And Ringana's philosophy show exactly that. Zero-waste approach, recyclable packaging, complete transparency in everything they do, circular economy and resource conservation, upcycling of ingredients, reuse system of our face care with the glass flacons, climate conscious logistics, fresh plant-based raw materials, transparent supply chains, 100% vegan production, social responsibility, climate partnerships, and so much more. All of this makes one thing clear. Health, sustainability are inseparable. By taking care of our own health, we also take care of the planet's. Because true longevity means not only creating a thriving future for ourselves, but also for the generations to come. And we can't talk only about the products without mentioning the business and the innovative business. And just in short, if you want to get your own products cheaper or build a second income, create a second income by just loving the products you use yourself and sharing that and having an impact with that, you can also be a Ringana partner and do the business. And just also why I mentioned this, the current business promo, new partner promo, gifts you the drink beauty. So one package of drink beauty for free to get to know Ringana, to get to know the products, and yeah, to get make your start into the business as fun as possible. So, to put it in a nutshell, longevity starts with the choices we make today for our bodies, for our well-being, and for our planet. So I warmly invite you, and I truly invite you to explore these products, ask questions, and experience how science, nature, and sustainability come together in perfect harmony at Ringana. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them now or reach out to me or the Ringana partner who invited you here today. And yeah, I'll just stop the recording here.